Cleared this mixed site, 11 Langstroths, 24 Smiths, all of the boxes taken off, 83 boxes come off, 4 pallets all with 20 on, that's 80. The robins eased, not as intense as they were. They obviously can't get in anywhere and they're giving up bit by bit. So 3 pallets of 20 on the trailer, and one on the truck, one on my pickup, and 3 boxes there. They're just empties. Just ease of stacking, keep everything level. So round the corner, have a bit of bait, let the bees drift off, get these back to my shed. Another site cleared. They're alright in here. A few duds again though. Drone layers, couple of drone layers, and queenless one. Let the job down a bit, but you can't win them all. This stock here, 219, it was a nuke. I transferred it to a full hive early mid-August, 4 or 5 weeks ago. And I did say that sometimes those nukes will give me a box of honey. I'm just going to have a look in and see what they've done. I'm on clearing this site today anyway. Comb on top was from bits I trimmed off the bottom of the frames. There. Well, they haven't got me a box, but they've got 2, 3, 4, they're about 6 to 7 combs of honey. So not bad for a nuke. I was a bit late in getting them transferred as well. I would have done better if I'd gone sooner, but yeah. I just wish I'd had more nukes this time, but it's just the way things worked out. So yeah, they've done alright for what they were. In better weather, I've gone back to the standoff method of clearing. Lift the honey boxes off the hives, stack them in heaps behind them, or to the side, wherever I can get them. Clear a board top and bottom, and let the bees drift off. Some exceptionally heavy boxes on this site, but there are some empty ones as well, so a couple of hives have produced nothing. And we have one dead. So yeah. Box there, scrapings off the inside of the crown boards. They're all over that. Ah dear me. Just so the crown boards will go back on flat. I've all got the mic treatments on. So I need to give them a bit of time now to clear out, and then I'll load them. Blow any remaining bees out. But the robin's going to be serious today. It always is at the heather anyway, but especially today. I just have that feeling. They've been hawking ever since I opened the first hive up. Oh, there's my comb there, the yellow tape on. They've drawn it out well. There's 3 or 4 of them are sealed, some aren't. And then there's a couple of frames of comb in the box below that are well sealed. Probably should have made more effort with that, but it's time. It's just time. There's just never enough time to do everything. Got to compromise all the time. Compromising. One there going back in. You do get that, odd ones, but they never seem to find their way back in. I think left long enough they probably would, but just that view. Isn't that fantastic? Right, clearing these. I've made a start, but at this point I decided I need to move the trailer across further to the right, try and get those stacks of boxes there on the left. It was on my second shunt back. I couldn't see the stacks of boxes. I should have stopped and checked, but no, just kept going, and this happened. The mistake was compounded by driving forward If I'd stayed where I was, it wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah, there's some choice words said, I'm afraid. Very frustrating. My own fault, can't blame anybody else. I was lucky in that no comb fell out and there was no damage to any of the boxes. It could have been a lot worse. I got them restacked and then blew the last few bees out, loaded them onto the trailer. I've got a bit of a problem with robbing at the moment. See the bees around the door at the shed here. Come inside and show you from the inside. Yeah, these boxes, I've had summer honey in. And I've stacked them back here for the winter. The warmer weather's come and they must have found a crack in some of the stacks and got in. I found one last night. Whoops. Found a gap last night right at the bottom of this stack. They're going in there. So I filled that gap with newspaper. And they're still trying to get in. So whether there's anywhere else, I find the best thing is to have a really strong, powerful torch and shine down the lines. A lot of activity around here somewhere. They're going in there. There must be a gap in the box there somewhere. I want to try and put that right. The bigger issue I have is the other side of these doors is the heather honey I've brought in. In a really good year, if I had all the bees on the moor, a lot of those boxes would have heather honey in them and be the other side of these doors, but yeah, not so many on the moor this time. And in behind you can see them trying to get through. Yeah, trying to get through, and these doors aren't the best fitting. They're someone made myself. So they're trying to get into that heather honey. Get in here, put the light on. Oh, there they are, I see them coming through they're finding the way in. So, I've got to do something about this. Pallets of heather honey in here. Dehumidifier running. As I say, not the normal quantity I would have, but it's just the way things have worked out. I tried for more summer honey and less heather, and it's been of limited success really. So, now you see them flying into one of them lights. I haven't put this front set of lights on, it's just to track them through the door. So this requires immediate attention. I've got to sort this out here and now. I have a sheet I'm going to put on the outside of the door, try and stop them getting in. Right, we'll see how that does. A lot of activity here, and when we just take that light off, move the bees out of the way, look inside. There. Just getting out there. I don't know whether they're getting back in. I suspect they're going in somewhere else and seeing the light through there. So it's another little chink to fasten up with newspaper. Right, so this is the stack where I've just plugged that little hole. We'll just see how bad they are by. There's a few in. Yeah, bloody things. Oh, there's more coming now, coming about the bottom. Anyway, I've got to go and get this honey off. I'll come back later and sort that heap out. I think that's one of the problem ones anyway. Just moved that half pallet of boxes out. And there's a lot of activity around here. The only way to do it is just keep an awful lot of activity there. They are getting in, aren't they? Yeah. Just one little hole. They're all along here, but come on, get out of it. Let's have a look. Right, we'll have that blocked with a bit of paper. Hopefully that stopped that. I'm not worried about any bees trapped inside because there's escape boards on top of each stack. They can come out of there. Little hole there I found yesterday and blocked that up. Luckily I've got all the honey off, and that's in there behind that sheet. That sheet's hopefully stopping bees getting into there. I do keep having a look. So I need now to get some bees moved, but the pressure is off a bit and I just want this stopping. Because if they do hang around in here and eventually they start to find their way into there, I've got big problems. So I'm quite prepared to spend a day trying to cure this. But it is frustrating. Right weather, wrong time. There we are. I've never known this, ever, in all my years of keeping bees. They're just piling in. I keep blocking up holes. They are just all over. But there is a clearer board here. These aren't the usual clearer boards I use. Some spares I built them a few years ago, and I think they could be crawling in through there. There should be a disc or a piece of metal over there like that. God, it's awful. I want to put more clearer boards on top, see if that'll stop them. I've kept checking down the sides and around the back. I keep pulling boxes of pallets out, filling up the odd hole that I find, but I've never known it like this, ever. Something has to be done. We'll see if that helps. I just don't know what else I can do. I don't think there's hundreds, there's thousands. Just keep checking in here, but I don't like to go in any more than I have to. All my other run is behind that sheet. Well, door, man door and a double door. But they are sniffing around it. If they want to get into there, 2 days ago I blocked that hole there, and they're still trying to get in. I'm just wondering if they aren't digging out propolis and making their own way in. Their boxes aren't perfect. I don't know. There's no gap there for them to get in. But it isn't stopping them trying. It's bedlam. Absolute bedlam. I just keep thinking I've got it stopped. And then they rev up again. I'm beginning to think this won't stop until the weather changes. I mean, usually with robbing, if you cut off the source, cut off the supply, they'll give up. So they either keep on finding new places to get into the boxes, or the smell alone's enough to keep them here. As fast as I block the holes up, they're finding more. just squeezing in anywhere and everywhere. I think they may be digging propolis out, I don't know. But I've been on with this for 2 days now and I've absolutely had enough. So I've resorted to pulling each stack of supers out and wrapping them in shrink wrap, cling film, whatever it is. Sort of stuff I would wrap around a pallet load of honey if it's getting dispatched. I don't know what else to do. I'm at a complete bloody loss with this. I've never had this before. Yeah, get an odd one in, or a little bit of robbing. We usually plug a gap and that's the end of it, but not on this scale. I'm going on so long as well. So I've got 3 of them wrapped. I have 1 full roll of wrap left. I hope there's enough. I just hope there's enough. What are going on? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pallets to go if I can get them done. 7, there's one here. There's the top box, there's the tiny little gap at the other side. Oh my god, look at that one. Many ones, no problem. And off we go. Good. These off as I go around. All quiet at long last. That wrapping seems to have worked. That finally seems to have put paid to them trying to rob. These N2 pallets here, I didn't wrap them, that's just dry comb in there. They were never showing a lot of interest in there. Having said that, there's a bee sniffing around them now. But no. But the severe robbing we were suffering from has stopped. That's all the heather honey in. Not a massive crop. I didn't have as many bees on the moor as I've sometimes had. I think there's 378 boxes. I have had up to 750. An exceptional year. So, yeah. Some good, some not so good. I'll bring them in and stack them 10 high. But then there's a few boxes at the end just to simplify things. I've put some of the stacks at 11 high. As I say, they vary a bit, some good and some bad, some indifferent. It is, where possible, put the lighter boxes on the top, but sometimes it just doesn't work out and you've got these heavier ones to lift up. The humidifier's been running ever since I brought them in. The water in there, it's about 4 days worth, I think, since I last emptied it. So it's still pulling some moisture out. And here's my cut comb. Those 2 end ones there, put a delve in that, but it won't matter, are the ones that were in the lower box. Perfect, not show standard, but that doesn't matter. These are the ones out of the top box. I've done fairly well. I was too late to get them on really, but so there's 3, 4, oh, that's a nice one from that side. 5 really good, well drawn combs. 5.5 if we do that side. That side up over. And the bits. Yeah, they haven't done so bad. Need to get that cut up and boxed up. Anyway, back to feeding the bees. Look after the bees for next year. Over and out.